All right, we're live on YouTube. Here we go. Hey, good morning. This is Coach Matt Trinkon of the Eternal Optimist podcast. It's great to see you all this morning, whoever y'all might be out there. And whenever you might be listening to this, know that this message was recorded on a very important day, April 10th, 2023. Very important day. A day that can turn the tide of wherever it is we are in our worlds, my friends. It has today as the opportunity. Today is that opportunity for each and every one of us to commit, to stick to that commitment, to level up our game. So let's get this thing going today, my friends. So today on day 52 of 100 Days of Eternal Optimism, we are focused, we are ready to go. We are going to share three things today. Those three things are number one, we're going to go through how focused and determined we are, how we got there, what that means right now. We're going to talk about the fast that we're on right now and why we're on a water only fast right now. And then number three, I'm going to chronicle here's how I'm leveling up my game this week. Here is the exact method I'm going to use this week, level up the game, and show you exactly what's going to happen on the other end of that. So those are the three things today. Let's go ahead and dive in and get started. As you can probably hear and or tell, there are no children around right now. I am literally a bachelor for just 5 nights. The family's out of town. I'm living the solo life here for 5 nights. This is going to be the third day that the family's out of town all weekend. So I've had an opportunity to catch up, to get ahead, to do a lot of soul searching, a lot of solo time. And here's what I come up with, team. Number one. Number one is that I am as focused and determined as ever as an eternal optimist, as a leader, as the human being that I am, to impact the world in a positive way. And you know what that means? Whatever my challenges are right now, I've got to learn to let those flow through me, my friends. Got to learn to let those go and make that commitment to do what I want to do what I need to do now so I can have what I want most. And that's what we all might consider doing. What is it we want most? Are the actions we're taking right now leading us to what we want most or what we want now? I'm here for what I want most. So I'm going to do what I need to do now to get there, focused and determined. Here's what happens this week. I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night, 3 nights where normally I'd be investing quality time with my family. And I will not be doing that in the same way because they're not here, right? So what am I going to do? Well, here are some things I'm doing this week. I'm fasting. One of the reasons I'm fasting is because every time I've done a water only fast, and what the fasting means is that I'm going to have a liquid diet only. Okay, liquid diet only. It's going to be comprised mostly of water. I'm going to have some milk because my friend Jason from Milk, he sent me some. So I'm going to have some milk, going to have some water, going to have some tea, right? Those are the liquids that go into my body this week. For the next, well, it's basically a 72-hour fast, a liquid only fast. And I am, let's see, last time that I ate something now, it's almost 24 hours. It's almost 24 hours. I started the fast at 12 o'clock on Sunday. So I'm only 5 hours shy. I'm at 19 hours right now without eating anything. And normally I'm eating, especially on the weekend, I'm munching on something. I'm having some lunch, some meal. I wanted to fast for the mental clarity. I wanted to seek the fasting so I could make sure that as I go into the summertime, I'm in absolute peak physical condition. And the fasting, it cleanses out toxins. It gets you hyper focused. And sometimes when I don't eat, I can be a little irritable. And there's no one around me to be irritable and feel the wrath or the effect of me being irritable. So I'm also working on how I show up when I'm fasting. But overall, fasting is good cleanse. I do it quarterly, and this is going to be a good time to do it when no one's around, the family's not around. So number one is fasting. Number two, all this leveling up. I've got 2 new hires starting tomorrow. 2 new hires starting tomorrow, and these are executive administrative assistants that work for me. So now I've got, well, tonight I'm working on my training program. The next 3 days, I'll be working on onboarding my new assistants. Come Thursday, Thursday is when I have my first session with the mastermind group. It's going to help me create my mastermind. I know, isn't that crazy, right? There is an expert out there by the name of Dustin Reekman. I've had him on the podcast. Feel free to check the episode out. And Dustin helps people who want to create their own mastermind. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to create my own mastermind, launch it here in about 3 to 4 months. In mid-July, early August, something of that nature. I'm going to create the mastermind. We're going to launch it. We're going to fill this class full of some high performers, and we're going to teach and coach, and it's going to be phenomenal. So that's what's coming. That's what's coming. Here are some things I'm going to do this week. So I want to put some systems in place to continue optimizing. And here's what that means in layman's terms. I want some more time back. I want these things to be running on their own, or I want them to be running in a tighter timeline, more efficient timeline. So I'm working on systems, baby. Working on systems. One of the systems I'm working on right now, I'll just give it to you right here. One of my executive assistants is being hired to help me automate the podcast and be able to provide some very high quality, rapid follow-up with some good marketing, some outstanding marketing. If it's just good, I don't want it. I want it to be outstanding. So these are some of the things, and here's one of them. Some time ago when I started doing the podcast, this must have been back in, and I started in May last year. It must have been back in September that I wrote down my intro script and I laminated it and I keep it up here and I pull it down whenever I need to do it. And I've got to do a better script than this. I got to have it better and easier than just this laminated part right here. So first thing I'm going to do, well, one of the things we're going to do on the podcast at least is we're going to make this a little more efficient. So instead of me having to go up and down and go and get this every time, I am going to put this into a document, put it right there. Save a few seconds just right there. Everything to be a little more efficient. That's just a few seconds. More importantly, I've got taxes, right? So this weekend I filed my receipts, all my tax stuff, and I have been either filed an extension or paid my taxes in full for the last 5 years. This will be a fifth year. I've done this all on time, right? I've got it all on time. You either filed the extension on time or paid all the taxes before the tax date, right? So all of that has happened, right? And I still go down to the wire to get some of this stuff done. I want to automate my tax system. I want to automate how I do taxes. So that is one of the major things that's going to be on the desk of my executive assistant is to automate my taxes and my expenses, right? So that's running my QuickBooks, running my books for several businesses, right? That includes the Eternal Optimist podcast. That includes real estate. That includes my book. That includes email response to my business, right? Those are 4 areas right there that the executive assistant will be working, okay? Right, so those are some more automated things over there. And then the other player, the other person is going to handle all of my social media marketing and my website development. And when I say website development, I mean I'm going to be taking things that I am teaching and I'm going to be putting them into my website, locked in behind the password, so that when we're ready to launch the mastermind, we're ready to launch what's coming next in what I'm doing 2.0, then we will have that at a much, much higher level. Because right now, I love that I have a website, but the website is run by me in the back end, and I haven't touched it in a while because I just don't make the time and I don't quite understand how to do all that. It takes me a long time. So I'm going to have someone else do it for me. So those are the 2 new hires that I've got starting tomorrow. And in that time, when we start tomorrow, one of them is going to be working on all things making it efficient in, let's see, my podcast, my coaching business, my book, any real estate, and any responses that we have. This is going to be crucial. This response thing that's going through my email, right? So I've got that going. That's one executive assistant we've got who's strictly here to help with efficiency. And then the other player is strictly here to help get the word out, with my social media marketing and website development. 2 new executive assistants starting this week and tomorrow morning the conversation to get things kicked off. So that's what we're working on this week, my friends. That's what we're working on this week. In addition to that, my daughter's not here this week. I'm still running soccer practice for her team here on the spring break week because several of them said they wanted to practice. So we're going to practice with them. We're going to get things going this week in soccer. We're going to get things going with the physical fitness. Hey, this morning was excellent. This morning's physical fitness has already been crushing it. This morning I ran 5 miles. Did 5 miles this morning between 4:30 and 5:30 a.m. It was awesome. It was out there in the dark. It was 37 degrees. It was freaking cold, right? I had on my big stocking cap. I had on my Under Armour, like the stretchy shirt that keeps you warm. Well, I had that and a t-shirt underneath, and on top of that, a hoodie, and on top of that, I had my Drive Investors another hoodie, right? Right. I had a pair of sweatpants on. I had my long johns on. I had my big thick socks. So I was ready to go, man. It was dark outside. I didn't realize how dark it is out there from 4:30 to 5:30. I thought that it would start getting lighter. I remember we're in daylight savings time now. So overall, we are fired up and excited to go this week, this fast that we're in, this leveling up that we're in. And now I turn it back to you, my friends, and I ask you, what are you leveling up this week? What are you working on to improve or enhance your quality of life, or your quality of business, or your quality time with the people that matter most to you? How are you keeping your eye away from the dark side or the negative or the things that might be our demons, the things that might suck us back in, and playing a proactive game and focusing on what matters most, playing a proactive game and focusing on not just, doing it for just 1 minute or 1 hour at a time, but consistently building that foundation, building that tripwire in your mind that gets you to do it over and over and over and over again, proactively, the way you want to do it. Where is that person? That person's right here, looking at me right now, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, and you have that potential. I gotta calm down. I'm getting excited over here. It's gonna be an exciting day, exciting week. It's already been. It's already been the last exciting 2.5 hours. Let's get this thing going today. Teams, thanks so much for watching today. I'm gonna cut things off abruptly now. I'm gonna get to work because that's what this week is all about. When I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to go and crush it. I turned 46 on Thursday this week, and my family comes back from spring break. So I got the next 3 days to actually go out there and crush it, get ahead, get caught up, do all of the things that I need to get done in order to make the progress that I want to make. It's going to happen the next 3 days. So, team, thanks so much for tuning in. Tomorrow's going to be a heck of an update. Look forward to sharing the update tomorrow. Team, make it a great day on day 52 of Eternal Optimism here on April 10th, 2023. Love you all. Take care. Bye. All right, let's see. End the stream over here. Into the stream.